look like a tourist. Very cool. You know, when I was a kid, some kind of thing. There's a neighbor. So when I was a kid, or in college, I used to run all around this whole area every night. And then they made the LAFC, which kind of hurt my pride. I thought this time I was gonna look pro. Thought it was gonna make me pro. Security. Cause they saw me training so hard. You wanna see how big a jet is? It's very fucking huge. I think it's a real weapon. It looks too big to me. They must be building something over there. That's the bomb. Still running around. Oh, the first person to hate on me by UFC, stealing your brain. Chick-fil-A. And one is good with Scooty. I used to run with my dog out here. One thing he says, don't sit down. Movies always running. Sitting down is for losers. Sitting down is for losers. For every event in America, America will subtract the residue. Monopolies will subtract the residue. They control what you do. Okay, so the word color. You have to understand where the term originated from. It was originated by their own kind, meaning they have to find a way to make a law, meaning that it could be evolved, meaning it wasn't the best or the smartest way to attack the law. You can still make it better or change it in 2024. And what happened? Donald Trump said, you couldn't come to this school. You couldn't come drink water at this fountain. And many other things. Mostly because they were privately owned for rich people. Also, schools could have been the creation of the first social programs, similar to EBT. or whatever they label individuals. Many people decided to see it that way, as a developing place, as a poor place, or whatever they label individuals. So not much has changed, according to other people. The president said, "You don't have no power. You're from Africa." It still looked the same, but not really. It's only been 100 years. Minority could have meant poor people, meaning America could have been for only the rich. An empty land with nobody on it. All the rich people wanted to come here, but had some battles, and it's very unclear with who. We will get back to the specific acts of the 1800s with more detail, but a quick summary. Columbus defined America, but America also went back in World War I, World War II. In the 1700s and 1800s, the growing population started to make events, meaning a large population of people are standing on American land, and it's being filmed and it's being recorded. When every event recorded in American land, they start to look similar to a presidential campaign. They start to look like a president campaign. Whether it was using this new term as history, the growing population started to make events when the camera was created or pictures. Racism versus the working class. Poor versus the developing bougie world. The term cute is a conscious that very much transform your conscious from nature and other forms of conscious down the timeline to a business mindset. You now have a business conscious. Every home in America, every building wants a loan, wants a business, community building, next to the house that was given to you that is owned. Successful enough to open your home, a nice business, doing your job, the internet. Can we skip steps where your socialism be capitalism? Wait for the government to buy your home and your properties so they can build a school, making you move to a empty house around the corner because they are empty. The Federal Housing Administration does not pay any money, they just collect rent. While making it seem like there's issues and not community to not get along, empty lots are for sale. And they turn them into shopping centers, a head start, 100,000 home, $1 million property with profits. The selling game, owing and not working. Everyone can get on the freeway and it still doesn't look too full. I'm thinking of every home. You should be. It means more jobs in your city. It means a better tax base. It means more money per child on your taxes when you do your taxes. If you have more jobs, more factories in your city. So how are the suburban towns able to build bigger tax base? I tell you how. Making cigarettes, making alcohol, making beer, making factories outside the city, But those factories are done. We are now making newer factories, better factories, new. But small towns need jobs too. To this day, some of them only have fast food chains, Burger King, McDonald's. I like a small town because I show up and it feels like a movie. But we understand what year it is and what time it is. It's not an idea of racial understanding, but understanding who countries this is. And it's we, the people of the United States. A world that doesn't exist anymore, this is a new world. That's why. Trying to escape governing the five great kings. So who are these administrations? It's all the monopolies from every continent. One doesn't just make one cigarette and blows into a success. It's forced upon you like school. But they always say you have free will. Only way I see people like you and me making a monopoly is getting every individual to invest $5,000 to open up over 1,000 stores. One good thing is no matter where you're from, you are accepted the moment your stores are everywhere in your city. You're accepted as a 7-Eleven. For 1,000 stores, you're accepted as a Jack in the Box. 2, you have to use your own supply, your own grocery store, and everyone who invests so we don't go bankrupt and destroy the 20,000 people that invested. You have to make sure every family is going to be rich. 3, and live off this store forever. I think that's how these companies are doing it. Computer software, franchises, new phones, a rich family forever. One thing Martin Luther King did wrong was not ask for any money like the church or create his own company that will have last forever. Or maybe he did, I don't know yet. This is the only way I think a minority is going to make a successful monopoly. And that's what I think the future business model is. Besides a head start and giving money out, the banks promoted love in the household. Wanted to buy material objects or owning a home with easy loans. Would you be able to pay back or be a capitalism story? Making a living of selling goods and services. Sounds pretty advanced, not knowing who paid back the bank. But painting our houses created a lot of jobs and helped out a lot of families. If you don't paint them, they look dirty. If you paint them, they look like Disneyland. The importance of a building and its research to reach the end, to be part of something that pays well, that helps everyone. You don't see it often, but it is everywhere. Every time you hear a siren, a vehicle, a home, a bank, a painter, they almost have personalities. To win means charging everyone on the land rent, to pay all these jobs, all these federal jobs that believe in this, the electrician, the street sweeper, public transportation, the schools, the painter, public safety, public opinion, job fairness. What are you specifically against? And what do you want to better? because it can only be one category at a time, not all at the same time. But if you can play basketball, you can play soccer, you can play baseball. That's every day. I want 1,000,000 buildings for each category. Then you should be okay. Or be in $1 trillion deficit every year. But you're wrong. It's $1 trillion profit every year. It's $1 trillion profit every day. You get paid every day. The US government money goes up and down. China could have paid a day's worth of expenses. One day. In 100 years, the rich class, the expensive things did pretty well. The image, the look is doing pretty good. For business, for $1, for a printing press. But what's next? People's health, the climate, the earth, the transportation. I'm sure it will accelerate by double, like the Hollywood business model. So where are the jobs and what are they waiting for? Better paint? China pay off 1 year of late fees. Just 1 year. Maybe allow them to pick the next adventure of building. Or again demonstrating helping everyone. So how does the stock market work? States are buying manufactured buildings, all 50 states. With equipment there, they're making cars, metal, computer chips, and so on and so on. Who do they sell to? All 50 states sell to overseas. Their job is to sell to the other continents, all of America, California, New York, Texas, Nevada, Washington. All of their job is to sell overseas. They can't sell to America. We can't sit and wait for profit all day. So what did they buy? We can enter our next adventure. We can't enter our next adventure without the rest of the world. Meaning China might be the next people to start looking like America or Africa or Mexico or Russia. They might start giving more jobs in the country, like America. We can't enter our next adventure without the rest of the world.